Hi, I'm Jackie Dettmar, and I'm Vice President of Design, Product Development, and Marketing for the Mohawk Group.
I want to welcome our next guest, Jackie Dettmar. She is Vice President of Marketing, Design, and Product Development at Mohawk Group. Jackie, please share with us your amazing story, not just behind how you got here today, but that of Mohawk as well.
Hi, Farshid. So great to join you today and happy to tell you about Mohawk Group and my background. I think I'm one of those unicorns that have been with a company for my whole career. I started with Mohawk Group right out of college as a textile science major from NC State and have been able to make an amazing career at Mohawk Group. Um, Actually, last week was my 36-year anniversary with Mohawk, and I've always been able to, again, do new things every year to really help and be a part of growing this Mohawk Industries from a southern textile manufacturer, which is what it was when I joined, to what we are today as the largest global flooring manufacturer in the world. So, as you can imagine, there's just always been new challenges and new opportunities and new product categories and new things to learn.
What an inspirational story. You've not only gotten here today, but you've pulled forward the next generation that are just yearning to learn about this particular venture. So I'd love to start off to learn a little bit more about Mohawk. This is a multi billion-dollar New York Stock Exchange, publicly traded global flooring manufacturer. Please share with us in your seat as Vice President of Marketing, Design, and Product Development what your day to day and what your strategic process looks like.
Mohawk Group is our commercial arm of Mohawk Industries, and we service all of the different commercial segments, everything from K through 12 to corporate workplace to hospitality with our Durkin products. And so as I sit in an interesting seat because I bring together and bridge together our manufacturing and our product development and design groups, as well as the last few years have been driving our marketing group as well. And so I kind of am involved from the very beginning to the very end. We introduce over 50 some products a year into all of those different segments. We have just rebuilt our website. We are working on strategy on our hard surface category. So I really do touch a lot of the whole process and am a very right brain, left brain thinker and very much engaged from a process standpoint, bridging that gap between process and creativity and really helping our design team build our design strategy and build our narrative for who we are in the marketplace. And in fact, that's where I am today is at our beautiful New York showroom. And we've just had a culture of care event with some A&D designers here in the showroom, showcasing some of our new products that we're going to be introducing over the next couple of months.
Now, we work remarkably close, right? You guys were our founding partner in this category. So you believed in us, you bet on us before day one, before we even went live. I'm curious to learn what was it that you saw at that time that you said, we have to do this, we have to go all in with Material Bank. And secondarily, I'd love to know how we've changed your business along this, what is now year six of working together.
Yeah, so it was a very intriguing opportunity. And I remember the first time that Adam came and pitched the idea to us at the Light Lab there in Dalton, Georgia. And we really are about being solution providers for our customers. And designers and architects really are, the key to our growth, and that's who we are trying to serve. And so when you look at a service like Material Bank that could make their lives easier, that could change the model of how and modernize the expectation for how samples are getting delivered, and then aggregate that into a easy selection process for our customers, that was really, again, what drove us to thinking that this would be a great opportunity. Um, and then also just the idea and coming from Sandow and Adam, it had a lot of knowledge behind the founding of Material Bank, and so you felt like, where we felt like, this is something that if anybody can do it, that Sandow could. So that was a big part of it as well. And then how it's changed our business, we were so fortunate to be one of those early adopters and early participators because COVID, COVID hit. And so, thank goodness we were a part of Material Bank at that time because our systems would not have allowed us to pivot that fast to send samples to everybody's house wherever they needed them, whenever they needed them. We could get it to them through Material Bank. So that was huge for us to be able to keep some momentum going through those that hard year. And then again, coming out of it, we've gotten very used to getting that steady in stream of leads every day from samples that are shipping. The other thing that we really enjoy and that I look at just about daily is what is the data that Material Bank can share with us, and where are my samples getting shipped, what regions of the country are ordering the most samples, and where are those projects in the design development process, so we can see if it's a lead a project that's near completion, and they're actually ordering samples for a bid, or they're in the early developmental stages and ordering a bunch of things. So again, it gives you some nice visibility to what's going on around the country at any moment in time.
We connect all the time, and you guys are growth minded. You're looking to grow market share inside of this segment. So we work together in figuring out new methodologies as partners to achieve those goals. I'd love to understand what other lead sources you utilize, how Material Bank ranks, where are we in terms of the number of leads that we generate? It's certainly in the thousands every single month. Curious to understand how we perform versus all of the other avenues, because obviously, as a multi billion dollar giant in this ecosystem, you have the luxury of being able to invest where it makes the most sense.
Material Bank produces those steady flow of leads that we've gotten used to in our process, and are, always have something to be following up on every day with all of our reps around the country. We've also been heavily investing in that one-on-one contact with designers to build those relationships. Now that everybody's, back out in the world and looking for fun things to do, so we want to be right there as Mohawk, providing engagement and providing events, and really catering to those very targeted group of designers that we want to be able to educate and pull them into our brand. And in fact, again, that's why I'm here today in New York at our showroom, and again, doing those one-on-one touch points with designers. So we've invested heavily in that this year. We are back into the trade show world, but it's not as easy to follow the leads from those as it is from the Material Bank leads.
We continue to have skeptics that are apprehensive about joining Material Bank. And I know you've shared, you enjoy that. You love that there are skeptics who are waiting and not joining. But what would you say to them? Because carpet industry is a relatively small industry, right? Calhoun, Dalton, I've been there, amazing place. What would you say to those skeptics who have been reserved and maybe haven't joined Material Bank?
So we're definitely a close knit group in the Dalton, Georgia area, and are very, closely related to what all the different flooring manufacturers do. But everybody's going to have their own path, and we really have enjoyed the ability of having the experts build the shipping expertise, the overnight delivery, being close to the hub. You guys can do it. We can ship samples all the way up till midnight. We're not, constrained by what can go out of Dalton, Georgia, at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So, that's been one of the biggest advantages. Really letting the experts do that part of our business has been a great asset for us to tap into.
Now, how many reps is Material Bank powering with leads at Mohawk?
So we have, I think, about 270 reps right now across all of our different segments. And so we are really, as I said earlier, trying to be that expert solution provider for each of the different segments. So we ship samples for multifamily, we ship samples for healthcare, we ship samples to education. We ship samples. You guys even ship samples and have end users on your site tapping into ordering samples overnight. And so, um, it just really gives us the ability to service a lot of different segments and drives those leads back to all of those various different sales reps around the country.
If we look at this from a financial perspective, does Material Bank make sense from a strategy perspective from your seat?
Yeah, it is a definite expense, and you're going to be spending money on samples, one way or the other. And there's a little bit of duplicity when we have to keep samples in North Georgia and we keep samples at Material Bank, but we really target keeping the ones at Material Bank that are the highly specified products and the things that we really think designers are looking for. And so we kind of balance it that way. But definitely we have recouped our money from that investment with projects that we have won because of the samples that we delivered through Material Bank. So it definitely pays off as a lead generating um, opportunity. And again, we've had large projects across multiple different segments that have resulted out of having samples delivered from Material Bank.
Love to get a sense of the movement that you're seeing in your seat for sustainability. What are you working on internally? What is Mohawk's position on sustainability?
Sustainability is really part of our DNA. It's in every thought process, every decision making point that we go through. You're always we look at it from a holistic standpoint. Everything is connected. You can't improve one area without thinking about how it affects another area. So we look at the material health of our products. We look at the carbon footprint of our products. We look at the water usage of our products, and we look at the health and safety of all of our workers. We look at how we're giving back to the community, how we're working on our diversity goals. All of that has to be a part of the conversation every day. All of those things are encompassed into what we're doing all the time. And one of our biggest challenges is that that's the same for all the different design firms around the world. And each of those design firms has their own passion about what is the most important thing. What are they measuring? What is their passion? What are they driving towards? And to be able to answer all of those different needs for our customers with all the different certifications that we need to do. And what Material Bank does for us is give a great way to curate those products. And I love the work that you guys are doing with the different design firms and helping them establish their portals so that they can go in and see their standards and all the products in an easy sort that match their standards. So again, it makes that solution provider that makes the lives of our customers easier, and we're 100% happy about being able to participate in that. And again, it gives a great curation tool to go out and easily find our red list free products if that's what you're really concerned most heavily about. Or you can go out and see the EPDs, that every product that has the EPDs, and see what the embodied carbon numbers are for all of the products. So again, Material Banks provides that great tool for designers to easily find what they're looking for and what their firms are most passionate about.
And you are an absolute gem who works with an amazing team behind you. And I want to thank all of you for supporting us from day one. I want to thank you. I want to thank Mike Gallman and Paul DeCock. You guys have been incredible partners, and we look forward to many more years of success.